Hello, class. The topic that I'll be discussing about is the death penalty. The death penalty has definitely it's been used ever since the 1976 is when they first started really using the death penalty, and they've executed a lot of people back then. But over the years, it's actually slowly started to go down. And I'm for the death penalty. I really believe that the death penalty is a good thing to use on criminals that are like serial killers that kill a lot of people, or even people that even like rapists or like people that kill kids. Like I strongly believe that the death penalty is good for all these people because like honestly I feel like if you kill somebody that you should be on death row for doing it. I just don't see the whole understanding of sending somebody to life in prison, or I maybe if a teen somehow accidentally killed another teen, or I don't believe that if it's an accidental death or if it's like a self-defense death. I think those don't count. I really believe that those are, you get time in prison definitely, but I feel like if you purposely kill somebody, I really believe that you should definitely be put on death row. I don't understand it. Like just putting them in life in prison just makes no sense. Like it's almost like I don't understand it. I know everybody's got their opinion why they believe or don't believe it. I just think because of like the family's grieving, they'd want to see the person executed or in jail at least. But I just think that because of like people's criminal history and what they've done over it, it constantly repeats itself. Like I've watched so many like criminal cases and so many like TV shows on them that every time somebody goes to jail or goes to prison and gets back out, they either end up stalking someone or trying to rape somebody or murder somebody again. Like it's always around, or rob somebody. It's always those four. They once you become like a criminal or get hooked on it, you don't ever stop. And like here's just a quick visual of the death sentences from 95 to 2012, and it definitely dropped it quite a bit. I just want to show you guys like how much it's dropped, and I think this is because people are just, they don't like doing it anymore. They feel like it's just better not to. That's the short. That's what has happened. The number of death sentences in 2012 was the second lowest since the death penalty was reinstated in 76. It dropped by almost 75%. And I just think that with the death penalty, it helps clean the streets, it keeps the criminals off the street, and they have no chance of actually getting back on it or any chance of ever escaping. Because there's some times where people escape from prison, and if they escape it, they have a chance of hurting somebody. And it don't really take a whole lot. Sometimes it happens. You never know. You got some crazy people in there that will do anything to get out, and they'll even kill each other in prison, which is, it's not like a terrible thing, but I'm just saying like these people will do anything to get what they want. And I feel like if you're going to go that low, like what would you do outside of it? Like you would do anything. It doesn't matter who you came across or how you did it. I feel like it helps the families. And especially if you see somebody say kill a kid, honestly, like I'm sure like pretty much everybody just about has kids, and like what would you do if something ever happened? Like would you want that person to just be in jail, or would you want them to be on death row? I know it's a horrible thing to say, but that's the reason why I believe in the death penalty. It's for kids. Like you see kids get kidnapped or like raped and murdered and stuff. Like it's the worst thing to ever see. And I feel like that's the reason why I have a strong belief in the death penalty. It's different for somebody killing another person that's not a kid, but to me it makes me sad. It actually hurts when you watch like criminal cases on TV and you see people doing horrible things to other people. It's the worst thing in the world. And even though it's bad to say like that person should be on death penalty or death row, and you should be happy that they're being executed. It's horrible because they're a human being too. Sometimes you make mistakes, but like I feel like even with people being like, even in making mistakes, and even if they never did the crime, I think the most important thing is to always have your evidence. And I think forensic evidence and all these evidence, like all the technology that we have today helps us with all that. I mean, I just think because of like all for definitely the children is probably the number one reason why. I mean, even with the negatives, like I just don't see a whole lot. I see more positives than negatives. I mean, I think every state should have it, just because you never know. I mean, I really just don't see what's the point of having all these prisons and jails filled up. I feel like it's just a waste. I'm going to show you two other visuals on the statistics of serial killers and on the statistics of female serial killers. And I just want to show you just a quick history of a profile of the serial killers. Here's this real quick, and it shows that 86% and 75% have been arrested or previously spent time in jail, and 9.1 killed prior to their serial killing. So, and here's female serial killers and their victims. Female serial killers tend to be black widows who kill a succession of husbands, lovers, or other family members. They can also be nurses or other medical professions who become self-appointed angels of death, murdering babies, elderly, or desperately ill in a misguided effort to relieve their suffering. Like, that just gives you an idea how low just female serial killers or even male serial killers, they'll do whatever it takes. And I feel like if you can't trust them, or even there's no way, there's nothing you can really do about it. Like, your best bet is to put them on death row because they're already mentally lost their mind. I mean, I just feel that with the death penalty, it helps the families know that the person's gonna be, they won't have to worry about the person ever getting out of jail, escaping, or anything like that, and they'll never have a chance to ever commit murders again or have any other chance of making any kind of other crimes, whether it's just like robbing, stealing, whatever it is that they want to do. I mean, it really, with them, it doesn't matter. It's like what they say goes, and it doesn't matter what anybody else says. So, and I also feel because of children, I mean, that's probably the most important thing, that if anybody, like, just think of it as being your kids and what you would do in that situation. You would want that person to die. I mean, you wouldn't think anything about it. It would be the worst feeling if that's what if you were put in that situation. I think the best thing to do is know that your neighbors around you are lovable, caring, and will be there for you if you ever need it. I mean, not somebody that you walk outside and you have to have your arms around your kids just to make sure that they're gonna be safe. Like, you don't want to be like that. You want to make sure that your kids are safe and in a safe environment growing up, instead of being in an environment where you have to be around them every second, and no one wants that. And that's the reason why I think the death penalty is so good and important to have everywhere, not just in like certain states. This is the video of the death penalty, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. I'm gonna have quite a few references to go along with this, so you guys can look it up. And if you want to know any more, I mean, just let me know or message me, and I'll help you guys out. Take care.